Well, do you feel like you can't calm down? Yeah, your to-do list is as long as your arm. Maybe you feel guilty for not calling your parents or stressed by a big deadline at work.
Have no fear. Our next guests are here to provide us with the ultimate chill pill and tips on how to let stuff, is what we're going to say here on BT, go, so we can clear our minds and find peace of mind in our everyday. Please welcome founder of Pure Minds. We've got Nina Purewal and Kate Petriw. Good morning.
Morning.
We've censored it here on the show with some
We've upgraded it a little, but this is your book.
Nice job, Anne.
New cover. There you go.
So why and what is this book about in terms of letting things go, and how do we calm our minds?
Right, so the book is about calming your mind. And the reason we need to do that is because our mind's always thinking about the next thing, or we're worried about something, or we're regretting something in the past. But the problem is that clutters our mind, and that makes us more reactive to little stressors when they come up. So when we can be present and in the moment and enjoy what's right in front of us, we're better able to tackle those things.
And it's something that is harder and harder to do, though, in this day and age with
Yeah.
our phones. The idea of, like, even 5 years ago that we'd have our phones sitting with us on the set. You wouldn't think of it, but our phones are with us all the time. We're constantly distracted.
We are constantly connected. And the thing is, we think between 35 and 42 thoughts a minute. So that's almost a thought every second. And we are only aware of less than 1% of them. So have you ever driven from home to work and you're wondering, how did I get here? Because you're thinking, I got to file my taxes, where am I going to go on vacation? I got to do this at work. So we have to be aware of the fact that our mind is spinning. That's kind of the first step.
So then it's hard to be present because you're thinking about to-do lists. Have I called my parents? When's the last time I visited so-and-so? There's so much that we feel we have to tackle, and we don't know how to start and get it done. So you say self-love is the key to selflessness. Can you explain that?
Yeah, so self-love is so important. I want you to think of love as a cup of water. If your cup of water is not full, you're not going to have any water to pour into anyone else's glass, right? So it's so important to take care of yourself first. And when you're running on empty all the time, your love is coming from a place of exhaustion. It's coming from a place of obligation, of fear. But if you give yourself a little bit of love, you're going to come from a place of wanting to love, not having to love. So it's really important to do things for yourself, and then you can help others.
What is that first step for that, though? It's got to be difficult, because the idea of trying to grasp that for a lot of people probably is foreign.
Well, it's thinking about what record is playing in your head. Is it, oh my gosh, I'm late again, everyone hates me, you know, and really catching it. And some people don't even notice the thoughts that you're thinking. So when you do that, you can write them down and then challenge the thought. You know, think about it, you're in a court of law. Is that true you're late all the time? Do you disappoint everyone? And prove yourself wrong. Think about all the times you did something great. And then you start to challenge those negative thought patterns and you start playing a different record in your head.
Raj, you just mentioned technology. It's very much an extension of many of us. For us, it's part of our job. I am the person who could let it go, not look at anything, and be out of the loop, even though it's my job to be in the loop. I worry about that when I get to work and I get caught up and read it. You are the opposite. You find you're very much addicted.
I'm on it all the time. I love information. I love information. Like, you try and figure out if it's positive or negative because you'll be talking about something and you want to look it up and know more about it.
Right.
But then is that too much? You know, when...
How do you know?
Okay, so we actually call it akin to eating a bag of chips. You know when you go in for just one and you finish the whole bag?
Yep.
It's like you go on to your social media and you're there. Yeah, and exactly. But sometimes you're left feeling crummy, and the same thing can happen with tech. You're there for longer than you anticipated. But it all goes back to kind of observing your mind and noticing how you feel. You know, think about it. After you're there for an hour and you only intended 20 minutes, what are the thoughts in your mind? How does your body feel? And then from there, you can better start putting up barriers, and you start noticing, this doesn't feel good. I got to put that down.
Yeah, tech can be really toxic too because it can make us compare, it can give us resentment. So as long as you're aware of how it's making you feel when you get to that point, and then set some really good boundaries, as Kate said.
Yeah.
So when you get home and you want to spend time with your family, put it in your bedroom, put it in your basement. So you're not, the second you hear it ding, you can't help yourself, right? So it's like not just putting it away so you can enjoy that time with your family and setting those boundaries for yourself.
Out of sight, out of mind. You also talk about mindfulness and meditation. That's something I need to work on. It's so hard to calm your thoughts to meditate. So how do we do that and when?
Yeah, so mindfulness is all about just being present. So we have 100 tips in the book on how to just take your ruminating mind and go right into the here and now, because that's what's really important to find peace and find calm. And meditation is such a personal journey. What we call it a workout for the mind. So we take so much care of our bodies. We shower, we bathe, we eat right, we dress it. But what are we doing for our mental health? So meditation is just that opportunity to stop and introspect and find all that happiness within.
And it doesn't have to be the om, right? You know, everybody's thinking about
Oh, yeah.
Not at all. No, and it can be morning, it can be night, it can be while you're sitting at your desk. We have so many great techniques in the book on how you can meditate, but there's no good and bad meditation. It's just such a personal journey.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, it's time to let that stuff go. For more information, breakfasttelevision.ca. Right now, we're going to throw things over to Melanie Ng in the newsroom. Thank you.